Confession time, y'all. So The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild is actually the only Zelda game I've ever really played. But do not judge me, because, well, alright, I have no excuse. But the good news is I've really enjoyed it, and though I don't want to date this video before it even begins, today marks the 1 month anniversary of this game being released. So let's celebrate by cracking this beautiful thing open. Hello you beautiful people and welcome back to Glitch Vault! Today we're taking a look at The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild for the Nintendo Switch and Wii U systems. Please keep in mind that there will incidentally be minor spoilers throughout this video. But with that said, let's jump into it. Let's start off with some stasis fun. Find a boulder that you can both climb onto and use stasis on. Use stasis, hit it a bunch, then climb on. Sometimes this results in you flying with the rock through the sky wherever the boulder is bound for. This one is a ton of fun when it works, which doesn't seem to be a lot of the time. Most of my attempts involved me either not climbing onto the boulder correctly or just simply falling off when the boulder took flight. I did try a few different climbing angles, but this usually just resulted in me getting downright catapulted in the face. And that's not a good time for anybody. Wow, Link, nice reaction time there, sport. Real impressive. I also managed to get Link to fly directly into a tree, and not only did it look painful, but if you take a closer look, Link managed to fly off the rock early just to hit it. Weird. But when this trick does manage to work, it's an absolute blast, no pun intended, for once in my life. And it's worth messing around with because it's really simple to try out. Now, once you reach a certain point in the game, you are able to freeze enemies using stasis. With this power in hand, go find a dormant walking guardian and freeze him. When you do this, the dude just drops. It's really cool to see, but you don't get any loot this way, so this trick is limited in its application, but still neat to see. This only works while the guardian is still dormant, so keep your distance and save often if you want to use this trick to pass up a battle that you do not want to fight. But if you truly don't want to fight, there's a way to run infinitely without using your stamina meter at all. Hold down on the D-pad, hold forward on the analog stick, and spam the run button. This will cause you to run full speed without ever depleting your stamina. You will whistle while doing this though, so stealth isn't really an option if you're not trying to draw attention to yourself, so keep that in mind. But this little trick is extremely useful and turns Link into either a pacifist or a coward. I'll leave that one up to you. But while we're talking about cheesy methods of making the game easier, here's a quick tip for climbing up a steep hill. If the hill is pretty much anything but completely vertical, you can double tap the run button while you're climbing to refill a bit of your stamina. I use this often in combination with the previous glitch to basically sprint over entire mountains, and it was nothing short of amazing. These two tricks have to be some of the most useful engine manipulations found in a video game, and these were found the first week the game was out. But believe it or not, there are even more helpful exploits along these lines. Worried about taking fall damage from a big drop and don't want to take the time to glide all the way down? Just drop down from wherever you want to and glide at some point before you hit the ground, and you're free. Judging by Link's fall speed and sudden stop with the glider, his arms should be ripped from his body doing this, but we're gonna choose to not worry about that. Hey guys, where does Link keep his armies? Up his sleeveys! Next up, grab something metal and head to a boat. Instead of using wind to help you sail around, you can just force the boat to move using your Magneto Powers for selfish gain, which I guess is lore friendly when it comes to the X-Men universe. The boat is almost impossible to control this way, but who cares about difficulty when you can be a powerful evil mastermind? Link, you must use your powers to defeat Calamity Ganon. Yeah, hold on dude, are you even seeing what I can do to this boat? Now that's a power that Mario Boy would have found useful, no? Poor dude. So have you ever had any difficulty sneaking up on an enemy, or you just don't want to take the time? Get to the spot just behind where the enemy spawns, save and load. You've now just loaded into the perfect tactical position. I'm guessing Nintendo made the game this way so you don't accidentally save just before dying and get stuck in a loading loop. Okay, these guys are asleep and can't notice me, but this dude up here has no excuse. Like, excuse you dude, I'm right in front of you. And you wonder why they made you hang out over there. Ugh.
Failure.
If you try to snipe through one of these barricades, you'll find out pretty quickly that the hitbox on them is pretty gigantic, which can really harsh your sniping game, but you can also use it to your advantage because it works both ways. You see, as hard as it can be to find the perfect spot to fire an arrow from, it's much harder for the enemy to hit you at all, which means that once you find the perfect camping spot, then life becomes easy peasy, extra cheesy. Speaking of sniping, if you're low on arrows, head to an open area that has mounted enemy archers. Grab their attention and pull the camera straight up. For some strange reason, this causes the enemies to miss every single one of their shots. That's right, folks. First Magneto and now these guys. This Zelda timeline is all sorts of messed up. But yes, the enemy arrows accumulate and can be picked up, so just get Link here and go to the bathroom or something. That may or may not be exactly what I did. But taking a break from useful things for a second, check out this glitch I encountered. I was just walking along minding my own business when these stupid fire keys started attacking me from underground. I had never encountered them before, so I called up Trenton and he informed me that they were not in fact supposed to be underground. I couldn't attack them, but they could still definitely attack me. Sounds familiar. Touché, Nintendo. Touché. But guess what? I dodged the stupid fire and thunder butts and continued on my amazing journey anyway. But another strange thing that happened was that I experienced massive frame drops on the far west end of the map. There's a good chance this was solved with a recent update, but I refused to update because I'm a rebel like that and had a video to make, dude. And no, that's not me pausing, that's me getting dunked on by the environmental effects. But enough baloney, let's move on to my favorite glitches of the game. This trick takes practice and requires you to have a shield, a bow and arrow, and arrows equipped in order to work. Get on a horse, hold LZ, run down its stamina, hold RZ, and hit the jump button, then A button very quickly, and then release RZ. Then repeat from the second step, but you hold LZ down the entire time. And there you have it! Infinite horse stamina to couple with your infinite human stamina. As you can see, the little spurs glitch out and don't illuminate right away when you do this, but the stamina definitely has been restored. This glitch works by exploiting shield surfing to quickly jump off and back onto the horse, and the animation for it is just so very cool. This was discovered by Master of Hyrule, so check out his channel for more Zelda related stuff. Another super weird horse glitch requires you to get a horse onto the teleportation circle of a shrine and proceeding to teleport there. This can end in some very interesting results, such as a horse chilling in that circle like it's some sort of hot tub. Like, get out of there, bro, you're jamming the filter with all of that hair. Sometimes you spawn on top of the horse, sometimes to the side, but if you do this right, you can get Link to spawn face first, which is already all sorts of weird, but then his body comes in and it looks like he's been placed on the horse like some sort of messed up painting. Not cool! And on top of that, this soft locks your game, so the only way to end this monstrosity is to go to the home menu and close it manually, which is what you probably should do anyway after seeing something like that. I don't think I'll ever be the same. Very quickly moving on from that, take a horse to any rock structure. Back that thing up, jump off, save, then load. What happens is that the game loads you behind the initial rock structure that's been built on top of a very unpolished grassy hill. Just look at this grassy thing. These textures are something to behold. Woo! This little hole is a golden nugget of hidden game design. Now, because there's collision on both sides of the rock texture, you're pretty much stuck in here until you load out of it. Unless you're me and you found a way out while making Link look very goofy in the process. Because I'm a pro glitcher, and if anyone tells you differently, tell them that my dad is stronger than theirs and he'll meet them at the playground at 4 o'clock. Here at this point in Rosla Lake, who cares? There is no water surface, you just drop down. You can't do a lot once you're here since you'll just start swimming, but it's very fun to play around in, and you can use it as a trap to lure enemies, which is pretty neat. Make sure to check this one out for yourself. In the shrine at Zoro's domain, if you glide into this one spot, you can swim in mid-air. Once again, not a lot to do here, but Link looks like he's jamming to a sweet tune, so at least we have that. We are now at my favorite glitches in the game, so now's the time to listen up, you. There are two at the shrine by Pico Pond. The first one isn't super interesting, but still worth noting. You can quote-unquote run in this water and eat up your meter while actually doing nothing. If you touch this one spot of deeper water, you can just drown. But this little spot of water is actually way more interesting than that. Get to this point, walk off the edge barely, and hold forward. If done correctly, you will fall through the ground and out of the map. This is just bananas and is incredibly visually appealing to me. I love the aura of everything around you and it makes you feel like Link is just in a dream. Here you can glide, you can throw bombs, but my favorite is launching an attack, because Link gets so intense about it. This one's definitely worth trying out because it is just so fun to watch. So sorry to burst your bubble, but we are now on the final glitch, and this one is my absolute favorite of the ones found so far. In a shrine by Rasoka Snowfield, get to this point, fly over to this tower, drop a bomb, jump off, and detonate it. What happens is the game tries to place you where you fell off, but because you blew that point up, it gets confused and just places you above the ceiling of the whole room. It's like a playground up here, with different places to run and explore, and places to glide to that reveal different parts of the level. I had so much fun with this one, and I was just so blown away with everything that you're able to see that it very, very quickly became my utmost favorite glitch of this set. So, what was your favorite glitch? Make sure to let me know below, and check out my other videos if you enjoyed this one. Be sure to subscribe if you're interested in catching any future uploads from me. Thank you so much for checking this video out, and have an awesome day. Oh, and by the way, this probably isn't the last time you'll see Breath of the Wild on this channel, so we'll just have to see what other glitches people stumble across in the future. See you next time, guys! They thought I wouldn't upload for a few months. I proved them wrong. I proved them all wrong.